All right, what is going on, fam? As you can see, I'm back in the M, and I had some thoughts, although I already made a video today and it's live, but go check that out. It's actually good quality with a microphone and stuff. I just kind of wanted to spit. I'm in the Ralph's parking lot. You guys know me, I like my grocery store meals. And by the way, this salmon, I absolutely destroyed it. Grilled salmon teriyaki bowl is fantastic from Ralph's. Highly recommend, go get it. 680 calories with this Coke, 260 calories. This is like a 1,000 calorie plus lunch. I'll take it. Let's see, I don't know. Does it have good protein? It's salmon, I'm sure it has good protein. Anyways, I kind of wanted to spit because I was reflecting on a conversation I had with someone kind of recently. And I remember having this talk with a friend, and this friend was going through some things I'm not going to mention, not going to give details, and there is a homeless fella right next to me, and that kind of just made me think about all of this stuff. So what he told me is that when you're at rock bottom, when you've hit absolute rock bottom, you know, you've lost everything, the only place to go is up. And he told me that I told him that when he was at a place of need. And I totally forgot about this, and it's true. When you've lost everything, when everyone has walked out of your life, or you've lost everything, you have no money, nothing, whatever the case may be. I know a lot of people are going through very, very difficult times. This fella right here, I don't want to show on camera, it's not very respectable. The only place he can go is up. The only thing that can happen is he's already lost it all, right? All he can do is gain at this point. So this is a very powerful place to be, right? And I know, like, it's not very comfortable. A lot of people don't want to be in this place. I totally get it. I don't either. No one wants to be in this place. But it's very powerful because you can approach things with nothing to lose, because you have nothing to lose. You literally have nothing to lose. You've lost it all already. Like, for better or for worse, things happen, right? Let's say you've lost all, God forbid, let's say someone has lost everyone in their life. They feel totally alone. Let's say you're in a place where you feel like everyone is gone. You have no one. That's pretty awesome, okay? Because from now on, if they're like, the only place to go from here is to like gain relationships. The only thing that can happen is either you don't gain any relationships and you're already at rock bottom, which is highly, highly unlikely, and you just stay there, or you build relationships and you build meaningful relationships, and that adds to your life, right? Okay, so that's the example when it comes to relationships and having a network. When it comes to money, let's say you have absolutely zero money. Like this fella right here does not have $1 to his name. I assume, I could be wrong, I don't know. If you don't have any money, the only thing that can happen is you getting money, right? You don't have any money to lose, so there's no going down from here. So this is a very powerful place, and although it's hard to be thankful, like, you can use this to such benefit. Let's say this can be applied to anything, right? Say your physique is at an all-time low, right? You've hit all-time low. Let's say either you've put on a lot of weight or you've lost a lot of weight and you have no muscle whatsoever, you know, you're just skin and bones, or you're just massive pile of fat, right? The only thing that can happen from that point on, let's use the not that much weight example, because I myself, as you can see, am not very heavy. You don't have more weight to lose, right? Like, there's no more like loss. So the only way you're going from here is up and gaining weight and putting on muscle, right? Whether that's fat for the better or for worse, right? I know it's super cliche. I know that, you know, it's just not a good place to be. No one wants to be at rock bottom, right? But to a certain extent, I feel like I'm not gonna say rock bottom, but I'm at a low. I'm gonna say, but I can't help but put a smile on my face. Like, thank God, thank Hashem so much. Like, I'm very thankful because I can approach things with such power. I have so much, like, I can't, like, there's nothing I can approach and have the fear of losing because there's nothing to lose, right? When it comes to relationships, even like with cold approaching, for example, I know a lot of people cold approach. I'm not that type of guy. But let's say I wanted to go meet people, like, let's say I come across someone and I want to go cold approach and I want to go talk to them, whatever. Worst that can happen is it doesn't work out. I say some stupid thing and we're not friends. We don't have a relationship. Whatever. Who the heck cares? If you're already at rock bottom, it does not matter, right? So it's very powerful to be here. Also, because most of the time when you are at this rock bottom, sorry, I keep looking over here because some sketchy business going on. I just don't want to get robbed. When you are at rock bottom and the confidence you can take to things makes you such a weapon, right? Like, most of the time, like, if you think things are gonna not work out in your favor, God forbid, it's very unlikely that things aren't gonna work out in your favor, right? Like, if you're gonna make that cold approach, it's highly unlikely, if you are on top of all your stuff, that it's just not gonna work out, right? It's like highly unlikely that this person's gonna spit in your face and say ew, right? I'm not gonna say it's impossible. Things can happen. Like, I can't tell the future, but at the end of the day, like, it's highly unlikely that nothing is gonna come from that. Nothing negative, like nothing. It's not gonna like screw you over, right? This applies with business as well, right? If you're scared to take the leap, like, there's nothing necessarily to be scared of because you have nothing to lose. You haven't built anything, right? You're making a trade, for example, on an account that you, like, for example, stock trading. Let's say you have an account that you just funded to trade. This is not the best example. Maybe this doesn't apply, but you can approach things with such confidence because you literally have nothing to lose. Let's say you lose that small amount of money that you put into the account, whatever, you're just right back to where you started. Like, rock bottom is a super, 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 super powerful place to be. So that is my 2 cents for the day. This is just the power of reframing, right? I'm gonna make a whole separate video about reframing and why it's so powerful. Reframing everything will change your life. I promise you that. Your outlook is absolutely everything. Your mindset is everything. Like, your mindset determines what you manifest into the physical world. Literally, not like just this whole manifestation, crazy mumbo jumbo stuff. But I'm not gonna lie and say I'm at rock bottom because I'm very, 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 very thankful. Thank God. B'liyan hara, evil eye right here, that I'm in my dream car. I've wanted this car for my whole life, for years, since I started to drive. Like, since I was in high school, I finally got the car. But there have been times where I've literally had no car, I just got dumped, you know, family won't talk to me, have not a dollar to my name, have nothing, absolutely nothing. I was maybe 80 pounds, 95 pounds at the age of like 18, 19. Like, there was nothing to lose from there. And there's so much beauty in that, in being at that rock bottom. You know, you can always, like, the next thing to lose from there is your life. God forbid. Not yours, but someone's. And at that point, it's like, there's not much to say about that. So this is the power of reframing. I'm thankful that I'm not going to say a rock bottom, but I'm at a relative bottom. I guess, I don't know what's the word, like local bottom, okay, in trading terms. There's a lot that can be, there's a lot of growth that can come from here, and I'm just very excited, and so much can come from here. The only thing to be wary of is taking this and going into bad habits. You never want to like use when you're at rock bottom, you don't want to stay at rock bottom by embodying bad habits. You still have to be on top of all your stuff. So I hope I look back in the future at this video and remind myself that like things are gonna work out. Believe, like, thank Baruch Hashem, Bezrat Hashem, B'li Ayin Hara. If you're not Jewish, if you're not spiritual, ignore what I just said. But I'm praying for all of you, and we're all gonna make it. Like, life has its way of doing things, right? There's the ebbs and flows of life. Things just happen. So yeah, man, I hope this resonated with someone, and go to your local Ralph's and get this grilled salmon teriyaki. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in a future video. Peace out.